Alright. Back at it again with another Apex daily mission here on Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. This is your operator ZeusFuryOmega reporting for duty, and for today's daily mission is clear supply route on gold. Once again, returning back to Firebase Magma, dealing with the cat, and go for the eyes for the modifier. That's right, plus 200% weapon weak point bonus, negative 50 on weapon damage with the awesome reward, plus 10% across the board for experience credits, 10 mission funds. Let's get this started, but first, character loadout. Human Commando up for the mission, and we're rocking out with double pause, concussive siphon, structural ergonomics for the equipment, and for boosters, assault rifle, rail lamp, and disruptor ammo. Good to go, let's rock and roll.
And actually give you the headshot damage off host. But the shorty fires fast enough, you're still doing decent damage with it.
Oh shoot, I know
Guns
what I
like
want
the guns like the Crusader, for example, off host, you rarely get the headshot bonus.
Off host. If you're not hosting,
Yep,
you
right.
don't get a headshot. Why is that?
Just time delay and bullshit.
There's
because
a
they don't have servers
serious
for the game.
time delay with the peer-based networking that Mass Effect Andromeda does.
Or any game that uses peer-to-peer.
And the
difficult to keep everything sync and timed, and depends on the host, the internet connection of the host, and the person that's peer-to-peer, and a lot of other things.
And they
So,
tested
tell
Andromeda
me
with
something,
the
you
S.
guys. Our consumption of internet has like tripled since we got our second Xbox. Is that because we're peer-to-peering each other?
That's just because you have
See,
two
I don't
running.
think
But it should be double.
there's not enough packets that peer-to-peer net. The reason they choose peer-to-peer networking is because it doesn't pass that many packets.
Right. That's why if somebody is packed, it really screws you over. But you also maybe, since you got the second Xbox, it tripled more people. And you're playing a peer-to-peer game.
Oh, we're paying it more often because we can play with each other all the time. That's what's
Right,
happening.
so that...
Because I would
yeah,
only
and
play
you're playing with other people. If
with
one of
somebody
you's
else.
hosting, yeah, and you have 4 people on your host, it's more consumption.
Oh, if you host, I see.
Oh,
We haven't gone over the limit yet, but we've been right up on it. So I'm like, gee, do we need to get more?
What do you get? You guys pay for by the gig then, or?
Terabyte.
Everybody.
for it
So
by
you
the
have a
terabyte.
package limit. Okay. Are you're in the U.S.?
I didn't hear your question.
You're in the
So yeah,
you're in the US?
we get a terabyte for quote unquote free. We pay for a terabyte,
Yeah, you get a
and then anything
terabyte
above
for
it.
the $105 we pay. That's not free.
Like I said,
That sounds
Yeah,
more like
that's a lot.
the mobile contract.
Are you in the U.S.? Yeah.
so but she's talking about cable too. So
Yeah, but with the Xbox, we're not hardly watching any cable anymore.
Are you on
Little
satellite
news.
or are you cable?
Xfinity.
Comcast.
Xfinity
okay.
Comcast.
That comes to your house through a satellite or through cable?
No, it's
Cable.
through cable.
Okay, then yeah, that shouldn't be. I didn't know any of them charged by the terabyte.
That's new to me too.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I thought we should be tracking down where it's coming from. That's why I started asking questions.
Well, I know under
Yeah, I mean,
network
you can always
settings, you
make
can see how
sure
much
wireless
bandwidth
routers,
and
so.
data each Xbox been using, and you can compare that to what you've been getting on your bill.
How do we do that?
Let me
Once the
tell you
game is
the
over,
game.
it's just
It's under the statistics. Yeah,
yeah.
I know where that's at.
Because that's strange that they're charging you by the terabyte. To me,
Well,
that's mostly contracts.
They didn't overcharge us, but I
Right, but
I built
most
up
people are
and
unlimited
charged the
for
$35
cable.
because they raised the service by $5, which is no big deal. But I had it on auto pay.
Oh,
You know,
$5
so
goes a
I
long way.
pulled out the bill to see what was going on, and I saw that we were right up on the limit of what we get for service. And so I'm like, gee, do we need to buy more service? And Sean said that's ridiculous. And
Yeah, I mean, I get unlimited for what I pay, and I mean, charging by the terabytes.
yeah,
Dang.
but you know, with the companies, they say unlimited, but they start throttling you after a limit, and they don't tell you that when they sell you the contract.
No,
Did you hear
especially
about
after
that
the
in
net
California?
neutrality being over.
The firefighters
Oh yeah,
in the last fire were throttled, and they couldn't send out emergency information, and they had bought an unlimited contract, but it's unlimited, but after this certain amount. And so people, you know, not getting emergency information because the fucking Comcast or whoever they were
they're like, let
was
them
throttling them.
I haven't heard of
Boom,
can make
here we
money.
go.
And they're like, oh, that was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. And it's like, you know what? There are no mistakes. You set a policy, and you set it up that way, and you do it on purpose.
Right,
Not
I've
like
heard of
you
a lot
cook
of
the
countries,
potatoes
a lot
for
of,
too long.
like in Australia they do that stuff, but I haven't heard of U.S. companies actually charging you by the terabyte for your home.
Get me, architect. Thank you. Oh,
Good.
here comes the sending.
They start doing that, I'll switch to my hotspot. Shoot, I get better speed on my I get better connection on my hotspot. It doesn't say it's better speed, but it does play smoother on my hotspot than my fucking.
Yeah, because what they did to the fire department and during the fires down here, it screwed them over. To me, if they do special accounts
Yeah.
for emergency
They should go to jail for that. You know, they should be in federal prison, whoever set that policy. But no, they're white-collar criminals, so they just get bonuses.
other than those plans should be marked for like, this is for emergency, this is emergency response units, this should have top priority, it should not be throttled at all or stuff like that, but companies
Well,
don't go
yeah.
like that.
I mean, the FCC is so weak now,
Not really.
all in the hands of... Well, but they don't vote for anything, you know, because their heads are appointed.
Well, I think that's just due to too much federal control.
Oversaturation.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, oversaturation of oversight. These towns and cities and shit need to stop putting so much in the federal and start taking there.
And I do understand having certain things in the
I think-
law, but
I think we're just really corrupt. I think country's been around long enough that all the power is just in a few people's hands, and it's the way it is
Right,
now.
which is what happens when you keep over-federalizing everything and taking it all out of local and putting it more into the federal.
Well, I think it happens in local
I mean,
too.
I think
know,
governors,
it's like-
local governor can't say
Like
you
the county
can't,
sheriffs are all corrupt, and you know, it's just people being assholes all the time.
right?
People are
But the federal
assholes.
oversight
They
is
get a
what
little
allows
power.
that. And if it was more local oversight, then the citizens would be more aware of their local politicians doing things like that. Because all the oversight's federal, they're not aware of it, and they can get away with it longer. There's no one local who's keeping an eye on it. I mean, it comes down to more or
Buying
less
that, I'm just
people are.
buying people being assholes.
Yeah, it's people aren't just taking enough responsibility on themselves to go stop their local corruption, so they're letting it spread. No politics. Let's just avoid that issue. Never goes anywhere good.
I just want my net neutrality back. I want my internet safe and secure. I don't want to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
premium charges for shit that should be one flat rate. And accessible to all. That's it. That's my point. Because everybody knows what the internet was made for.
I think of local government as like the cops that, you know, charge everybody, rip them off at the, pull them over on the highway and make them pay cash and throw them in jail. That's all local shit. The way all the southern cities just apply
Well, no, that's oversight by the state
fines to the
itself
poor
instead of the
people and the
local
black
county.
people to keep them in line and throw them in jail. And there's thousands of
Oh,
dollars
that's
in
not
debt
true.
on bogus
That's not
stuff.
even
That's
close
all
to true,
local.
but-
That's not federal.
Yeah,
That's local
completely
assholes
false,
being
but
assholes.
That's all false. But yeah, we should
And
avoid
if they-
politics. It won't lead anywhere good if we.
Continue down
Keep
this
this
road.
Oh, you don't think
conversation.
they do that to people?
Oh, they do a lot worse stuff, but
I just
I'm
generally
anti
we
politics.
avoid politics when we're gaming.
Yeah.
It doesn't lead good places with me. We find it's more fun if we find other things to talk about. Hoping BioWare didn't fuck up the next Mass Effect like they did this. There's a good topic.
Another good topic is like, what do you expect from Anthem? If people seem like the new or current information videos. It looks awesome.
And from what I'm seeing, they're all done with the One X. I have a feeling Anthem you're not going to be able to play with the Xbox One. You're going to need a One X to play it. It's just the same thing with this game. I mean, it was meant for the One S when they came out with it. So processors weren't fast enough to handle it, which is why a lot of people complain about lag. Yeah, I mean, you have to have your Xbox completely cleared to play it successfully. You have too many apps or anything running in the background, and the Xbox can handle it.
If anybody out there wants to give me an Xbox
processor.
One X, feel free, man. I would love that to see that on Christmas.
Alright.
Game to be two is to keep on gaming. Anyone knew that
But
before?
when Anthem probably. Oh shit. Where is it? Alright.
It's done.
I'm up.
You're the commando.
been
There's a
paying
big huge
attention.
fiend out there. I'm just hoping they do it right. Like whatever,
Yeah.
what they design.
Well, I think they're gonna overdo it in the a big portion of the community is not playing on One X's. They're gonna have similar issues to this game where people are gonna complain about lag and glitches, which is just being caused because
Well,
the processors aren't fast
I'm
enough.
actually hoping there may be a price drop in this fourth quarter of the year for them to boost, or not really, kind of boost like holiday sales. If they drop the One X $100, I'll scratch up every penny I can, freaking pawn some shit, sell
Yeah.
some stuff, and get a new Xbox. Because I feel like I'm really pushing day one first edition Xbox One to its limits right now. And I noticed.
Well, yeah,
that-
I'm mad the S came out right after I got this because I was waiting for that reason. And then I know, like,
I
don't
just
wanna
got
pay it and have
eaten
it
by the
dropped,
Ascendant.
Yeah, I don't want to buy it and have it dropped.
Don't bother.
like
I have
300.
plenty of. Well, thanks, but
Happy to get you up. Now back in the fight.
Where did my barrier go?
I do notice sometimes when I first turn on the Xbox.
Oh, I
I'm
got
gaming.
eaten by a fiend while an ascendant was trying to kill me.
Damn.
I picked the wrong
coming.
corner.
I'm very close to you.
I'm fine. I can just get up. I've got plenty. It was just like
Whoa.
suddenly everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Everything went full blast. Bless you.
Shit. 4 seconds.
Been holding the line.
Oh, and I'm getting stomped on by the.
Teammate injured.
I'm up. By the
Oh, there's another fiend.
Fiend?
See?
Getting melted.
fiend. Yes, I was trying to say fiend.
Maybe you want to start booking it
13
over. You got like 10
seconds.
seconds.
8 seconds. Haha.
And they hate it when you don't get out.
I'm in.
All targets down. Everyone standing.
Quick, jump out before it finishes.
Ended at the 80s one day. Everybody always wants to live. Fuck your full extraction. No one wants to live.
Yeah, fuck your full extraction.
I did that on Plat.
I heard about it.
Yeah,
Somebody
we were
was
talking about,
pissed.
we talked about that the other day.
I don't remember who was pissed because I said you're all like brothers and you can't remember who's bitching about who.
I bitched about everybody at one point or another, but I normally do it when they're in a party. Or I just tell them about it afterwards. I ain't shy.
So how much do you lose if you don't get full extraction?
It's just like what?
On gold, I don't know. On plat, it's like 8,500 credits.
Well,
Isn't
that's
it?
a whole bronze mission, pretty much.
Basically, isn't it like an extra 12.5% per character?
Something like that, but it counts differently for the apexes.
Yeah. Well, that math was, I think, was done on 10% on the average.
Mm-hmm.
Like the modifier today gave us 10%. Be right back. Alright. Not bad for clear supply route. With go for the eyes for the modifier. So do what you guys do best. Hit me up with a comment down below. Leave a like. Don't forget to share the video. I really appreciate if you do. And if you're catching that replay back on my YouTube channel, do me a solid. Hit that sub and notification button for the daily content drop. Special thanks for you guys watching live on Twitch. Staying up late, gaming all night. That's how we do. That's how we roll. I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching.